Hello everyone and welcome to Rudy's 1-6 World and our inaugural video where we have the pleasure of taking a look at Hot Toys' latest release in their movie masterpiece series, which is the MMS 646 Scarlet Witch, coming from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, following after the announcement of Doctor Strange himself. And here we have a couple of pictures directly from the Facebook group, Hot Toys' Facebook group, and I've got to say, first impression of the figure is it's amazing. I think after the number of releases that Hot Toys has had and the opportunities that they've had to do Scarlet Witch, we're getting probably what might be the definitive version. So it's coming in two versions, a deluxe and a standard. We're going to take a primary look at the deluxe, which I think looks amazing, particularly with the dream walking effects, and obviously her outfit looks pretty amazing, pretty incredibly done and tailored as we've come to expect from Hot Toys. But I think it's that base that we're getting in the deluxe and the dream walking effect that really sells the figure. The likeness is clearly there, and later on we're going to see some pictures from JC Hong's Facebook group. But I think from a display piece, this is pretty much as definitive and as much of a centerpiece of a collection as you can get. I'm pretty amazed with what Hot Toys has done here with the dream walking effect. It's sort of the bubbles that you've got. It's a very sort of active, engaged scene, and I think the poses that you can get Scarlet Witch into are various and variable in that sense. There is a picture coming up where the dream walking effect even holds the book, right, the Darkhold open, so lots of opportunities to display this figure, and I think overall a pretty impressive base. I'm liking that Hot Toys is moving forward with this diorama base feature that they have, which we've seen in some of their Spider-Man and some of their Doctor Strange figures, and I hope they continue doing this, because it really, if you have the space, it gives the figures a standout element. Again, right after numerous releases, the likeness is great. I love the sculpted hair. I think that the opportunity to switch those out, as you'll see in some of the photographs as well, really takes care of some of those concerns with how to move the head and the portrait, and give you, that flexibility that a lot of collectors seem to not like about the sculpted hair. Personally, I think the sculpted is the way to go. Never been a fan of the rooted hair myself, probably because I've never had much luck with the figures that I've had. But again, just an overall impressive release from Hot Toys, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of the rest of the line. They did tease Zombie Doctor Strange, which I'm looking forward to as well. I think that'll be a fairly unique and interesting piece, although this being Hot Toys, they have a reputation for teasing figures that they never fully commit to, but hopefully this will be an exception to that. Again, looking at the portrait and looking at the overall stance, it's just a fairly amazing figure. I think the hand showing the effects of the Darkhold and dark magic, and the updated costume are pretty impressive. There's a translucent element to them, to the costume itself, which you'll see in some of JC Hong's pictures a little more clearly, that definitely make the figure stand apart a little bit. So just again, great success from Hot Toys. This is usually my favorite picture from the releases, which kind of shows everything that comes with the package. And again, I think in the deluxe, it's all about the base. The candle base, which allows you to put the figure in multiple poses, and that dream walking magical effect. Never been a fan of the reflective eyes. It's a great feature, but not something I'd use. But overall, I think it's just a really great kit, and for the price, I think coming in at around $330, it seems reasonable for everything that you get. Now, I think there is also a standard release, which doesn't include the diorama base. So if you have limitations on your space for your display, this might be an option for you. I do wish that the deluxe would come with the standard base as well, just to give us that flexibility. But again, Hot Toys giving us options again, which I think is is ideal for collectors of different types. And here are the JC Hong pictures, and I think the sculpt is impressive. I think the hair, for sculpted hair, looks pretty much as great as you can. I think Hot Toys is knocking it out of the park with their prototypes lately. And while I do understand that the portrait and the details will soften a little bit, this is still pretty impressive. And you could see the costume with the translucent elements too, which again, it's just Hot Toys, I think, is hit it out of the park with this one. So for me, this is definitely going to be in order, probably for the deluxe. And I actually have a couple of the historic pictures so we can see of the history of the Scarlet Witch. This was the first release for Age of Ultron, which I thought the portrait was great. The rooted hair, not the end of the world. I do own this figure, and it is a nice figure, but I do enjoy this one more. The Age of Ultron figure from the end scene of Age of Ultron. It's a pity we didn't get to see that outfit used more often, but another impressive figure, and it definitely stands out. And of course, the expensive and hard to find Civil War Scarlet Witch, which I made the mistake, regretfully, of passing on. So that'll haunt me for a little bit. And finally, the WandaVision, which I have on pre-order, and I'll keep the pre-order because I think it's a nice transition between the figures, showing the history between kind of the start of Scarlet Witch's fall to the dark side. So that's it for now.